first of all, how are you managing to attract trade and long-term investment to Italy when the horizon is pretty, let's say, cloudy for countries like Italy in peripheral Europe? Well, and that's putting it politely.
Yes, I believe Italy has a lot of good reason to attract investors. Italy is a very strong exporting country. We have over 200,000 companies that export. So in the DNA of the Italian entrepreneurs, there's the capability to export. This year we will have the first trade balance with the oil at $100+ per barrel. The last time we had that was 2003, and oil was about $25 per barrel. So we have a very solid economy. We have about 80 billion euro trade surplus in manufacturing, and I think we will export our way out of the crisis.
So who is investing most and buying these Italian exports? Is it a case of, as I was just saying in the introduction there, non-Eurozone countries, non-European countries, because your Eurozone partners can't necessarily afford to be buying more these days. Many countries are in a recession in that bloc.
Yes, I think we should separate. Italy has been doing very well on the exporting side. And of course, non-Euro area has been growing much more. We had about 10% in the first 6 months of the year. We have a very strong performance in the US, in Russia. In some area, we're still very strong consumer good towards China and north of Africa and other countries. Italy produces a lot of the things that the people all over the world love. We produce machinery, fashion, luxury, but also a lot of mid-range products that are very popular all over the world.
But you produce a lot of sovereign debt that people don't love and aren't buying.
Well, I think that is, the situation now is much better than it used to be. Don't forget that Italy has a very big strength. Italian families are very rich, 8.6 trillion net wealth. And the ratio net wealth to disposable income is the highest in Europe.
Now, that's absolutely true. I'll give you that one because I lived and worked in Italy for many years, particularly in the northern industrial belt. What we're seeing is a huge amount of small family-owned companies that are rather successful at the moment. But here's the catch. Is it difficult for them to get over the bureaucracy, let's say, and the tax burden in a country at a time when obviously austerity is the order of the game?
Well, of course, we are trying to improve bureaucracy in all its aspects. I believe there's a lot of work to do, but I think Italy now is a much better place to do business now as it was 12 months ago. And I think that this government is doing a hell of a job in improving every aspect of our value chain, both on the bureaucracy side and the business side.
Has the Eurozone crisis made your job particularly difficult?
Well,
and how so? More challenging?
First of all, whatever you export, you need to finance this export. So having high spread becomes a higher cost of export financing. So this particular element has been really a serious issue for Italian exporters. So the fact that the spread has been going down, it's a very good news. And the fact that we have such a good performance, notwithstanding very high spread, it's a very promising factor for